Hey everyone, I wanted to just make a quick video to sort of explain the direction I'm going as far as my cargo trailer in my desire for a mobile lifestyle, and sort of set up this video in which I want to share photos of what I've done so far converting my cargo trailer into a travel trailer. My intention was to shoot videos all along, but I get eager to do work and to start, making the thing livable, and I forget to shoot video or make any videos. So as part of my commitment to rebranding my YouTube channel and sharing my life with you, I might even do some videos on a daily basis if I'm actually getting work done. Flies in here. One of the things about having a tiny house that has lots of plants in the summer, you get fruit flies, especially when you have a lot of fruit around, which I do. Anyway, so about 2 months ago, I would say, I was looking at cargo trailers on Craigslist. I had been considering buying a cargo trailer. Out of all the options available to me, I could have bought a travel trailer, I could have bought an RV. I had strongly considered making my own truck camper that would slide into the bed of my truck. Now that still might be an option in the future if I want to go even smaller. But in watching YouTube videos and RVing videos and things like that, it kind of came to me that a cargo trailer converted into a travel trailer is probably the best overall bang for the buck as far as sort of hits the sweet spot, I guess what I'm trying to say, as far as size, cost, potential features, difficulty to renovate it and rebuild it, because most cargo trailers, when you buy them, are just an empty box and you have to, with no insulation, no windows, no anything, maybe a light or two, possibly a vent. So I was looking online. I had decided to go the cargo trailer route because my goal, let me back up. My goal overall is to get mobile in this coming year. I have a job that right now, because of coronavirus, I'm able to work from home, which is nice, but at some point they're going to want us to go back into the office. But I've been thinking for a couple years now, I really want to work from the road and not be tied to a physical office, especially the commute time that goes with that. So right now I'm working in downtown Dallas, so I deal with trains and buses and commuting, and I lose a good 45 minutes to an hour each way, like most people do. But as I get older, I find I want to do that less and less. And I have only seen portions of the country. I have not, there's so many national parks I've never been to. So for a variety of reasons, I've really wanted to get mobile and work remotely and see the national parks. And I recently rekindled my love of motorcycling. I used to ride a motorcycle back in the 90s, mid 90s, late 90s, before I got married. When I was living in San Diego, I had an old Honda CB 750, and that was a ton of fun, but for, I think, financial reasons, I had to sell it after a couple of years. So I've recently bought a motorcycle, and it dawned on me that you can put a motorcycle in a cargo trailer, haul it wherever you want, do the bulk of the driving in your vehicle, then park, camp, set up shop, and then explore the whole region on motorcycle. And I would really like to go to some national parks and go off-road, because all the tourists stay on the sidewalks and on the main roads, especially at places like Yellowstone. It's just crazy crowded. And I'm not a super social guy. I'm a little bit of a loner, a little bit standoffish. I don't like crowds. My opinion generally is if there's a lot of people doing it, I have no interest in it. I'm kind of the opposite in that way. Just whatever people are doing, I'm not doing that thing. I'm off doing my own thing. So when it comes to national park exploration, I don't want to go to the easy campgrounds where there's lots of people, or to the parking lots where people just drive in, walk around on the groomed trails and sidewalks. They see Old Faithful, like in the case of Yellowstone, and then they pack up and they drive away and they say, oh, I've done Yellowstone, right? Nope. If I'm going to go to a place like Yellowstone, I want to go off-road. I want to see from the backside where there's no people around and see like the real heart of a national park. And I think the best way to do that is on a motorcycle. So with that in mind, I want to convert a cargo trailer into a travel trailer, have it be big enough to bring along my motorcycle comfortably, possibly two motorcycles if my girlfriend ends up becoming a motorcycle rider. We'll see about that. She did take the motorcycle safety class with me, and she did get her motorcycle endorsement on her driver's license, but she's still very skittish about motorcycles and she needs a lot of practice. That's a video for another day. So I've been mentally designing a cargo trailer that would have like 2 chocks for motorcycles, that would have 2 fold down Murphy beds that sort of met in the center, that would have a desk area, a very basic kitchen, a very basic bathroom. I don't mind, I don't need, flushing toilet or anything like that. I do want nice hot water for a shower. And I need to be able to cook. So in my mind, I've had this sort of comfortable but basic travel trailer in mind that has a really good solar system, a really good battery bank, and really good Wi-Fi on a raisable antenna, directional antenna, so I can pull in Wi-Fi and get or cell coverage even if there's just the faintest of a signal. So if I can do that and find some campgrounds that have a little bit of cell phone coverage, I can go for a week. I can do my work, which is cybersecurity, on my computer and stay connected. But then after hours and on the weekends, I'm on my own. I'm in nature's, at nature's back door. I can take out the motorcycle, go for a ride, and go exploring, hiking, whatever. It can be as comfortable or as rough as I want to. So that's sort of the backstory on what my thinking has been. Now, I had been exploring Craigslist because that's where you find the deals on cargo trailers, and that's where most people advertise. And I thought I was going to buy a new one, but then something popped up one state over. I'm in Dallas, over in Louisiana, which is about a 3-hour drive to my east. A 1-year-old used cargo trailer came up. It's pretty big. It was 18 feet, 8.5 feet wide, so as big as my dually truck. But the price was right. Now, it had been used as like a pressure washing business thing, so there was like some water damage to the floor, and they'd sprayed water kind of all over the interior, so it had water spots. They basically just treated this cargo trailer very roughly for that less than only 10 months. So I got a good deal on it. I drove it back here to Dallas, and now I'm in the midst of this renovation project. I've already built a tiny house. That's what I'm filming this video in. That was a 3 to 4 year build project, a crazy amount of work. So even though a cargo trailer conversion is still a significant amount of work and expense, compared to a tiny house, it's not all that bad. So I immediately started pulling out the plywood off the walls. There was no insulation in the walls, and insulation is going to be very important because I do like hot desert environments, and I do want to travel around the Southwest and West Texas and Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, the high deserts of California, all of that. So it needs to have really good insulation and air conditioning. And so I just started stripping the thing, and I'm doing about 20 things at once between, cutting holes for the vents, putting in windows, putting in insulation, laying a new floor, planning out the overall design, fixing things like a bent hinge, planning out my solar system. I'm sort of doing dozens of mini projects all at once, purchasing parts and components and tools to do it, and depending on how hot it is that day or how much energy I have, kind of determines what I work on. So I've been taking pictures as I go, just for my girlfriend mostly, so she can see what I'm working on, since we're doing social distancing right now. I don't see her very often. But I wanted to make this video, this intro video, to explain why I got the cargo trailer, what I've done so far, which is insulate it, put some white rubber on the roof to keep temperatures down. I put in a vent fan, one window, and I've now started to get plywood back up on the walls. So the next step is I got a new plywood floor down after leveling out the old water damaged floor. And I'm now in the stage where I'm getting plywood back on the walls, and my goal is to turn the thing really into just a plywood box. If it looks clean and nice and everything is pristine, from that point, I have a blank slate from which to build on. I can build in furniture, I can build in cabinets, I can build in my solar power, the battery bank and power area, which needs to have its own dedicated box that all of that gear goes into. So I feel like the project doesn't really start until I get it back to just a insulated, clean, nice to look at plywood box. And from that point, the build will really begin. So I've been taking photos, and I'm going to start, if I haven't already, I'm going to put the photos in this video and basically give you a slideshow just to show you what it looked like the day I picked it up and what it looks like today, and then dozens of photos in between to sort of bring you up to speed so you can see what's going on. So I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to start rolling pictures of the cargo trailer, and then I will record audio of me narrating so you understand what you're looking at with the photographs. And then that way you'll be up to speed. And from this point forward, I can film my actual work and you'll be up to speed. So if you're considering a cargo trailer, I would say go for it. And before I go, just if you find this helpful and you want to see more content like this, like the video and go ahead and subscribe, all right?